Already in the last class, we had discussed about exist function, non-exist, unique, and as well as any, in operator, and so on. So now we are going to see how to specify that explicit sets and renaming of attributes in SQL. How to do it. So where that explicit sets of values are required in where class means, suppose for example, we'll take our college database. In the college database, our college, we have the only 4 departments: CSE, ECE, EEE, and mechanical. Only 4 departments. Other than that, if any department should not, the database should not, then only it is inconsistent. Okay, so in order to specify that, we can give explicitly, we can give department names should be only these 4 departments. So for this case, we can use this like this values. So here we have extracted the SSN of an employees. So who works on the project numbers 1, 2, 3. Especially we want to find out the employees working on the project number 1, 2, 3. Suppose I want to find out the number of students, the USN of the students. They belongs to CSE or ECE, and ECE means I can give like this. Select USN from student where USN in where the department in, we can give the department number, department in CSE comma ECE. So because that is a string, so you should give within the quotes. Okay, so like this we can specify. Use qualifier as follows by decide new name. Suppose for example, already I given that L name as employee's last name. So that suppose I want to change it to employee name, means I can give this as keyword here followed by the already defined attribute name. So select L name as employee name, S.L name as supervisor name, from employee as E, employee as S, where E.super SSN equal to S.SSN. Suppose for example in our college database for student table, for initially I given that student USN. Initially the USN I given, but when printing I want to print it as a register number REGNO. Then I can give like select that is USN yes register REGNO register number from student, where the condition, suppose CSE student details I want to print with the register number format means where department equal to CSE. Okay, we can give like this. So yes is used to renaming the attributes. Then aggregate functions in SQL. Suppose we want to summarize information from multiple tuples into a single tuple. For example, I want to find out the average number of students in each department, or I want to find out the total number of students in the college. So that case I need to go for a aggregate function. Aggregate function already we know it will take the more than one value and returns a single value as an output. So the built-in aggregate functions are count, sum, max, min and average. Okay, so with that aggregate function I can use grouping also. So subgroups also we can make it. Suppose for example I want to retrieve the total number of students in the college, means I can give select count star from student, that's all. Suppose I want to retrieve the number of students in each branch, means I have to use group by grouping, department wise first I should group, then I should apply that group aggregate functions. Okay, and then that we'll see this example. So the grouping, how to do it means before summarizing, before applying aggregate function, that grouping should be applied. So here we'll see there. So we have applied this first initially without grouping. Suppose we want to retrieve the total salary and maximum salary, minimum salary and average salary of employees, means we can give like this. Select sum of salary, comma max of salary, comma min of salary, comma AVG of salary, average salary from employee. Suppose I want to retrieve this also we can use. Already we know how to give the renaming the attributes. Suppose for example sum of salary as I can specify as total salary, then maximum salary as highest salary, then minimum salary as lowest salary, average salary as average sal. Like this means I can specify using as, we can specify here. Okay, so then grouping attributes, how relation used to partition the relation into subset of tuples. Suppose for example, we'll take our college database itself. So the student, so all student together it is there in the one student table. Again, I want to partition that tuples into based on the department name. So all CSE students are grouped into one set of tuples. EC students are one set of tuples. Triple E is another set. Then mechanical is another set. Within that set, I can apply the aggregate function. So each department, how many students are there? Each department, how many students are having this much minimum this much aggregate and so on. These things I can use group by class. Okay. So apply group specifies grouping attributes, count star counts then the number of rows in the group. Okay, that will be used. So for example, so grouping attribute must appear in the select class. So we can give select department number, count star, comma, AVG of salary from employee, group by department number. So this is used to find out the average salary of each department employees. Okay, what is the average salary of each department in the company? Okay, suppose, so the grouping attribute has null as a possible value, then separate group is created for the null value. Okay, so maybe applied result of join also we can use more than one table, we can link, we can apply this group by function. We can group the tuples based on one or more attributes, that is also possible. Here we have grouped with only one attribute department number, here the two attributes P number and P name. First it will be grouped based on the P number, project number, then it will be grouped based on the P project name. Next is having class. So provides a condition to select or reject an entire group. Suppose for example, I want to retrieve the average marks of a students. Those who are coming from, those are having they want to retrieve the CSE students, those are having that have a CGPA is greater than 10. Okay, so this here we want to apply the condition on the group. Okay, for each department student, the department wise I want to count it. So I want to apply the condition on group means we can go for a having class. So for each project on which more than 2 employees work. Okay, we retrieve the project number, project name and number of employees who work on the project. Number of employees is here aggregate function. So for that I want to find out the each project, I want to find out on which more than 2 employees work. So the condition we are going to apply this more than 2 employees on the group. Okay, so for that I can use having class. Select P number, P name, count star from project works on. The condition we are given now to link these two tables, that will be linked with this join condition. And then we are going to group by project number and project name, having count star greater than 2. The number of employees working is total number of employees greater than count star, that will be greater than 2. So we should not use here where class. Where class we can't use on the group by. Okay, so this is the major difference. You should know the difference between group by and having class. Okay, group by can be applicable, is used to group the tuples based on the some condition. The having class it is used to apply the condition on groups. So where class only we can give the condition. Okay, so that is not applicable for, we can't use aggregate functions for where class. Okay, so aggregate functions can be applicable with the having class. So this is the expanded block structure of SQL queries. Select, then attribute and function list we should give. Select S name, student name, comma USN, that we are going to give. Even we can use the functions, aggregate functions, count star, AVG of salary and so on. Okay, from table list, from what are the tables we are going to retrieve, the table names we can specify with commas. Okay, from student, comma, department, comma and so on. Where condition, what is the condition we can give. Then group by, grouping with attributes, one or more attributes, and having group condition. What is the condition we can give? This condition is applicable